Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and today we're going to be talking about Ki-Adi-Mundi. How do you mod him? How do you use him both inside of the Galactic Republic, and honestly, even more importantly, how do you use him outside of that faction? Because for many of you, you might be in a position where you need to get more use out of this guy than just your Galactic Republic team, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So please go ahead, like and subscribe, comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's give a shout out to our channel members for their continued support and love for this channel. If you're ever interested, that link is down below, along with a link to the Discord server. Go check it out. Thank you guys for being a part of this community. And, you know, for many of you, I hope that I'm continuing to help improve your account, give you the tools you need to be successful in this game, guys. So let's get in this video. Let's talk about Ki-Adi-Mundi. Alright, so let's start off here with the modding. Right, first thing we want to talk about this guy is the mods. So for General Conehead, as I like to call him, right, General Conehead, you want to use offense, speed, and health. Those are the three key stats, and I have them in that order. So I am running an offense set on Ki-Adi-Mundi with a critical chance set. Critical chance is nice if you can find the mods for it, because his base critical chance is very low. Just to show you guys that number, he has a 66% critical chance right now, with 21 of that coming from the mods. Someone like Starkiller has a base critical chance of 87% at Relic 7. So just very, very different comparative to what Ki-Adi-Mundi is. So that critical chance can be nice because obviously critical damage, he's going to deal a lot more damage that way. I do have a speed arrow on him, and then we're going for offense here and here. Obviously, these mods are decided for you, the primaries. So the secondaries, I tried to find critical chance and health where I could. Here we went with offense, and then down here we've got, a little bit of offense. I don't have the greatest mods on my Ki-Adi-Mundi. I need a massive overhaul. He has gotten kind of pillaged recently because I've kind of pillaged mods from him to put on other characters. Kind of need to revisit these, and this is a good opportunity to maybe kick myself to do that. I don't have a crazy amount of speed on Ki-Adi-Mundi, but the more speed you can get on him, the better, and we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that. But he does really like the speed. But in the basics, if you just went offense, speed, and a health set, you'd be fine, right? Offense set, good speed on it, and then a health set, you'd be fine. Critical chance can be more beneficial if you're trying to be a little bit more consistent with those critical hits. Now, the next question that often gets asked is, does he need his Zeta? So, you're only going to Zeta him if you can use him in every game mode with Galactic Republic Jedi. That is because the Zeta here is on the Jedi Council. So, initially, it's at the start of battle if all allies are Galactic Republic Jedi. They have 40% max health and 20% offense. Galactic Republic Jedi allies with a support or healer role have an additional offense equal to 10% of their max health. The Zeta adds 30 speed to the first sentence. So this first section up here is the dependency on Galactic Republic Jedi. So the only way that you get this first sentence up here is if all allies are Galactic Republic Jedi at the start of battle, then you get all those bonuses. So if you can't use him with Galactic Republic Jedi because you don't have them built yet, don't equip the Zeta. Wait for, your Galactic Republic Jedi to equip that Zeta. The 30 speed is very helpful. Let's not pretend that that is not huge. That 30 speed is massive. So now my Ki-Adi-Mundi is 294 speed. Just let that sink in. Now, the thing with Galactic Republic Jedi that I want you to keep in mind, oftentimes in Grand Arena, you're already using Qui-Gon Jinn and Jedi Knight Anakin as a team, and now Ki-Adi-Mundi slotting in there makes that team even better. The one thing to note is when you're outside of Grand Arena, you won't want to use Jedi Knight Anakin with your Galactic Republic Jedi unless you have Keller and Beck. Ki-Adi-Mundi and Jedi Knight Anakin, a lot of people will say they kind of go together. Only when you get Keller and Beck. Keller and Beck, to me, changed Ki-Adi-Mundi's purpose in this game. Cam went from what I would say was General Conehead went from being a luxury character to necessary. Because now there was a permanent home for him. That in Grand Arena, like, you'd always use him with Qui-Gon Jinn, and then you'd get outside of Grand Arena, and you'd be like, I don't know how to use this guy because, nobody's really that good. Now with Keller and Beck has kind of come in and said, yeah, you know what? I'm pretty friggin' good. The other thing, so that's kind of the one thing I want you to bear in mind is when you get Keller and Beck, Jedi Knight Anakin will follow Ki-Adi-Mundi around, or vice versa, right? Wherever you put Anakin, you put Ki-Adi-Mundi, and vice versa. They want to be together as much as possible, right? And that rips away Anakin from that Padme team outside of Grand Arena, because of Ki-Adi-Mundi, right? He is that good. Now, Ki-Adi-Mundi, has two forms, right? The Conehead has two forms, and they are explained down here. You've got the Ataru form and Makashi form. Now, at the start of battle, he uses Ataru. When he switches to Makashi, he'll recover 10% protection, gain 30% protection up, and then depending on what form he's in, he adds an ability to his kit. So when he's in the Ataru form, he adds the Lunge, which deals physical damage and inflicts armor shred. The Makashi Jab, on the other hand, will daze all enemies for 2 turns and then inflict physical damage to the target enemy. So both of them are very good abilities. Daze is obviously very nice. Armor shred in some battles can be extremely important, right? We love that armor shred. Now, in terms of describing... I'm sorry, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Get outside, Zeus. Stop bothering me. Sorry, my dog, sitting there banging at my door to go outside. So now let's get into explaining what the different forms offer you, right? So the Ataru form gives you 100% offense, 30% defense penetration, and an additional 20 speed. So you're not just getting, just when you read that, recognize, if you have Jedi Council, you're getting 30 speed, and then if at the start of battle, you get an additional 20 because he's in Ataru form. So my Ki-Adi-Mundi, as it stands, is not just 264 speed, he's actually 314. So very quickly, you can make this guy extremely fast because of those speed bonuses. When he's in Makashi form, he has 100% counter chance, 60% tenacity, and critical hit immunity. Now, you cannot manipulate the cooldown of this, and when you're switching forms, you gain that 100% turn meter right away. So the only time that you wouldn't be able to gain that turn meter is if General Hux first orders on the other team and he has advantage, or in the Jedi Master Kenobi team, he would not gain that turn meter. Or up against the Kenobi team, or with Jedi, whatever the case is, right? Now, his Decisive Thrust and Versatile Strike gain different bonuses depending on what form he's in. When he's in Ataru form, his basic, he'll attack again. When he's in Makashi, he'll gain turn meter and recover 10% protection. So, that's that one. And then for the Decisive Thrust, you're going to deal damage to the target enemy, and this attack deals 100% damage for each Galactic Republic Jedi ally. If he's using Ataru form and this ability defeats an enemy, reset all of his cooldowns. If he's in Makashi form, dispel all debuffs on all Galactic Republic Jedi allies, and they gain 25% turn meter. So what you're kind of seeing here is that when he's with the Galactic Republic Jedi, and he's in that Makashi form, he's a little bit more of a support type unit. That his abilities, benefit himself a little bit and others more, right? Over here, think giving out that 25% turn meter, dispelling debuffs, that's kind of more of a supporting role. When he's in Ataru form, he's all-out attacker. And the reason why we want to keep that in mind, why I prefer Ataru form, is because Ki-Adi-Mundi himself is an attacker. He's an attacker that increases his accuracy, damage, and defense penetration. That's his mastery. So staying in Ataru form takes advantage of those things and makes him a far better attacker, in my personal opinion. This is also because the Makashi did get worse. Right? Makashi got significantly worse because it used to include a taunt, and now it does not. Now, when you're inside of the Galactic Republic, you can switch between those and you're okay. Outside of it, stick to Ataru form and take advantage of his assists. The assist with Ki-Adi-Mundi when he's outside of the Galactic Republic is how you're going to deal a lot more damage, right? If you guys don't believe me, because I'm sure you don't, let me just show you guys. We're going to go up against these Inquisitors here, and I've got this team loaded up. What I want you guys to notice is the damage that Ki-Adi-Mundi will be doing here. So, we're going to slow this down here. So, when Master Luke, right, we use inherited teachings here. We're going to call the target to assist, and they're going to deal 90% less damage, and then deal damage based on his max protection. So, we're going to call Ki-Adi-Mundi with this. So, the first hit, look, 2,000 damage. Next one, 24,000. When Ki-Adi-Mundi gets called to assist, he will double tap when using a Taru. So what's so significant there is when you're thinking about someone like Jedi Master Luke, where there's a damage penalty, the first time that he assists, he deals damage based on Luke's max protection and 10% of his, offense. But then he's going to attack again with the full amount of his offense. So now we'll go ahead, we're going to inflict armor shred here. And we'll just go again here, right? So look, dealt damage, and we're going to go again. Look at that, even more damage, right? And we're going to, oh yeah, I guess I got to speed up this. I want to get to the next guy. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to call him to assist with Yoda here with this. 1, 2, right? Again, double assists, right? And let's see if we can get him to counterattack here. I'm trying to get this rolling. There we go. Okay, here's another good one. Let's see if I can get this to... There we go. Watch. He dodged. See that right there? That was unintentional, but it worked. The first... You guys saw a lot of work there. So what you saw was he had that blind. So he missed the first time, but still attacks a second time. So he's dealing damage twice, right? And again, we'll just use his basic here again just to go through that, right? And let's see if we can get him to assist again. Just one more time. Again, see how he's always assisting twice. That is how you want to use this character outside of the Galactic Republic. You want him to be assisting as much as possible, taking advantage of that double tap on the basic. It is so impactful to his kit. We'll do it one more time here. Look at that. I mean, we one-shot that guy, right? Let's go here. Look at that. See, first time a little bit of damage and then a lot more. That is one of the keys to using Ki-Adi-Mundi outside of the Galactic Republic. You want to call him for those assists because he's going to be dealing so much damage because of the double tap. And when you're inside of the Galactic Republic, there are still plenty of other assists, but the team normally deals a lot more damage. That the double assist isn't as important, but when he's outside, it is significantly more helpful to always call him to assist because of that double amount of damage. Other things just to consider here with someone like him is that armor shred ability that he has from decisive thrust when he where's that at? Down here, the Ataru lunge. That armor shred ability, don't discount how good this is. Like, don't discount how important that armor shred can be, particularly when you're in a fight that's, kind of going on for a while. You stick Ki-Adi-Mundi in some of those teams, and you would be surprised how that armor shred plays a role against characters like Lord Vader or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Maybe you're going up against, I've even used the Qui-Gon Jinn team to beat Jabba's inside of Territory Wars. Like a solo Jabba at times can lose to the Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi team. Obviously, that was before Keller and Beck, but Ki-Adi-Mundi's armor shreds is a big part of that. So, guys, that's the end of the video here. Again, kind of explaining Ki-Adi-Mundi, going through his kit, and how can you use him. Go ahead, please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. And I guess what I kind of failed to mention here is I'm just realized this, and I'm an idiot. I do this all the time. With, when you're building the actual team to use for, whether it's Grand Arena or with Keller and Beck, maybe the last thing to leave you with here. So, what's hard is when you're going to use these guys, let's go with the Keller and Beck team first. You're probably going to look something along the lines of this, right? Where you're going to have like Shock T, Mace Windu, Jedi Knight Anakin, and General Conehead here, right? Something along these lines. Maybe Shock T gets kicked to the curb and you put someone else in. But the one part of his kit that's tough is in the Jedi Council, this support and healer roles have offense equal to their max health. With the Keller and Beck team, it is a little bit harder to take full advantage of that because you're always going to put Jedi Knight Anakin in there. you're always going to put Keller and Beck in. And they're both attackers. So that leaves you 2 slots. And I like to have Mace Windu in this team just as an extra tank to maybe give Keller and Beck a little bit more time. So you put Shakti in here and she's got that support. But that is one part of his kit that is harder to kind of use at times because, you know, there's a lot of attackers. But with the Qui-Gon Jinn team, when you're using something like this, if you would put, say, Ayla Secura, she's a support unit along with Qui-Gon Jinn himself. So that is one area where he will be, you mod them for good max health, and their offense will go up. But this would be a team that you could use in GAC under the Qui-Gon lead. And then if you get Keller and Beck, I mean, you can put Keller and Beck in here as a part of the Qui-Gon team. You could even just use Keller and Beck lead. You know, there's a whole laundry list of things to do here. But this is probably the most common variant of a team that I would make with these guys. So, let me know your thoughts. Again, sorry for the false ending. I love you all so much. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, my friends.